What's up? Yo, I just remembered I never thought about the games I used to play when I was young. I never thought about these things. I never talked about video games. I used to play video games a lot, with my cousins. It's like my cousins and I and my brother as well. Like we all were really heavily into video games and stuff like that. We play video games all the time. That's what originally got me into Japanese stuff. Um and stuff overseas was um pretty much video games because I was exposed to a lot of video games as a child. And then the music got to me, and my aunt introduced me to anime. She got me into Dragon Ball Z and stuff like that. So media, I always found a way to get media. And I remember my grandma used to take me and my cousins to the Piscataway Library. I remember there used to be manga there. My cousin and I, Jody, we would we would go there and we would read manga all the time. We used to read a lot of manga. Yo, Jody and I, we used to be playing. Yo, oh my gosh, bro, we never talked about these days, bro. Jody and I, we used to be having these crazy ass Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball, battles, man. I remember him, me, and his brother Gerard, dude. We used to go crazy. When we were little, yo, we used to be going crazy. Yo, we were addicted to anime. At least me and Jody were, Makai. We were super addicted to anime. I remember we used to always watch it every weekend. Yo, we used to be so, bro. We were some wild kids, bro. I remember we used to watch we used to be so obsessed with wrestling and WWE too. That stuff was fire. But the games that we used to play were crazy. I remember we used to play Bushido Blade. Holy shit, bro. That shit was intense. Cause it's one you use the blade and stuff like that. That shit was fire. I also used to play a lot of Dragon Ball. Those Dragon Ball battles were amazing. Cause since he got a PlayStation, when we were pretty much toddlers, dude. They were toddlers when we were playing PlayStation stuff like that. I remember one time we were playing Dragon Ball Budokai, and I think we were trying to beat Cell. Yeah, I think we were trying to beat Cell. It was crazy because we couldn't do it. I guess we were too young to do it. We were probably 7. I think we were too young trying to because you had to roll the analog stick in one direction really fast. So I remember one day we used to be going crazy on it, but we were gonna get it. I remember one day we got our grandma to do it. She did that shit. She actually did it. That shit was fire. Yeah, that was really cool. But yeah, we used to play Dragon Ball a lot. Same with my brother and our other cousin Devonte. We used to play that junk a lot. All of us, Trail too. All of us, man. We used to play crazy. Crazy, crazy. We used to play so much Dragon Ball. We were just honestly, to be completely honest, with you, to be super honest with you, I feel all of us, everyone I played Dragon Ball games with, even including Billy, Basilios, we all could um could have been in a tournament, a legit tournament. Used to play that shit all the fucking time, man. Used to play that shit all the time. I didn't realize how amazing I was at that game. How fucking, because we used to play all the fucking time. Until I played Basilios, I played on the Wii with him, and I was kicking his ass. I was doing all this crazy. It was just instincts. I I didn't even realize I was so nice at the game like that. But yeah, I used to be nasty at Tenkaichi. But I was never I wasn't the best though. Uh I believe Makai was the best. Yeah, Makai was the best. Makai was always better than me at fighting games. Everybody was. I used to suck. Like when I was younger with Makai, I was more yeah, I was more competitive. I was better. but everyone else, so it's like, yeah. I got more competitive like with Makai playing Dragon Ball. Don't know why, but yeah. But yeah, Dragon Ball was fire. What other games? We used to play a lot of games, man. I got through like RPGs and everything through him, like through my cousin. Like if it wasn't for him, like I wouldn't have like known RPGs and all this kind of stuff. Like yeah, like he used to like I remember like which Dragon Quest was it? Was it like Dragon Quest like 11? It was 9? It was one like the dude had like the like I didn't play that one, but he had like the red scarf. It was on the PlayStation 2. And they also like ported it to the 3DS. I don't remember the name of it. But yeah, he used to play it like he used to be nasty he used to play it all the time. Or he got me into Kingdom Hearts too. Cause I remember we used to play Kingdom Hearts Rechain the Memories. We used to all have Game Boy Advances, so we used to all just like we used to have like a big ass pile of like video games of like Pokemon games and stuff like that, and we'll just like trade them with each other and stuff like that. I remember those days. We used to have a lot of games, like a lot of games, and the shit we used to watch on TV was just like not normal. Dude, we used to like I remember when we were kids, we used to watch like YouTube back in like 2006. Yo, that's how we discovered like Little B and like Riff Raff in 2009, 2010. I remember those days was like there's a lot of stuff on World Star. We used to watch fights and all this stuff, like all different kind of stuff on World Star. There was so much stuff on World Star. There's so much stuff on a lot of stuff. We used to watch so much weird shit. I remember like what was it like? There was like some crazy stuff. Like I remember like Two Girls One Cup, like like the B and Me like Pain Olympics. It was like someone's like guy's like penis was like being yeah, it was crazy. It's all a lot of crazy stuff. Like yeah, because like we used to be like so curious about like the world and everything like that. So yeah, and we're like so sheltered, but we're like super sheltered from the world. We didn't really get to see a lot. Like just kind of suck because since we're so sheltered, like our family becomes so like closed minded to the point where like they're so fearful about everything. It's like being sheltered is not really a fun thing because you're just like sheltered into insanity. It's like a it's like a trap. It's like a trap, like a I don't know, like a maybe like a box or something like that. But yeah, we used to play a lot of games, man. A lot. We used to play Sonic Heroes. Oh yeah, I remember we were talking about the time we played Sonic Heroes. We played Sonic Heroes. Like we beat Sonic Heroes in like one run. Cause I was over his house one day and we were playing like he didn't have a memory card. He used to have so many fucking games, but he didn't have a fucking memory card. Like I didn't get it. He used to have so I remember bro, we used to have to play all like every weekend we have to play like beat the whole game in one day. Like no, not a whole day, like a whole weekend. And then like once he switches it, like you have to like once he turns it off, it's over. That song was crazy. But yeah. Man, I really like Sonic Adventure 2. That game was really also I remember when I was like 6 when my grandma got me like a GameCube and she got me that game. I was used to that game used to give me like so much like it was just like so amazing to see. I remember the battle mode. I used to be so intrigued by the battle mode. I wanted to play the battle mode, but I didn't have any friends because I was so sheltered. So I had never had friends to play with. like yeah, I never had friends to play with like at all, like at all. You know, and that's why like I play RPGs like MMORPGs by myself because I don't have anyone to play with. Because it's just like me and my brother who plays games. My sister plays games sometimes, but she doesn't really play like MMOs and stuff like that. But yeah, I used to play MMOs a lot. I remember like the Maple Story community. It used to be so big. I used to love it because like everyone was like since like it was a new game, like everyone was still like trying to like build a community and get to know each other and like communicate and everything like that and like work with each other because the game was hard in the beginning. Like it was so fun those days. I remember there were like legitimate like celebrities on Maple Story. I remember like Fingblade and like Tiger and like a whole bunch of people. I remember I used to watch like the who used to make like Mortal Kombat like Maple Story videos. Those videos are fire. I remember I used to watch those a lot when I was like I think I was like 8. I used to be on that computer, man. I used to be on that computer. I used to be doing crazy shit. I remember I used to masturbate to like a lot of like the first stuff I like ever masturbated to was I'm sorry, I'm super shameless. I'm sorry, I'm just shameless. Cause I don't do anything like over the top. So I'm just usually just free with what I say. Um but yeah, I was watching it was like animated. Oh yeah, it was animated porn. It was on Newgrounds. It was like it was still interesting to me. I used to watch Newgrounds. Like I remember when me, my cousin Trayvon, we went to like summer camp in New Brunswick. I forgot what it was called. Like was it like Play Safe or something? Yeah, it was Play Safe. Um yeah, I remember we went to somewhere and we were playing we were able to go on the computer and stuff. And someone showed me Newgrounds. That song was fire. That's when I started watching like playing like Flash games. I used to be so into Flash games. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Yo, does anyone remember like the nostalgia like Super Smash Bros? Like yo, remember like the kiosks? Oh my gosh, they don't have kiosks anymore. They don't have kiosks where you can play video games at kiosks. Remember like yo Piscataway, I don't know if they still have it, but they used to have like a Nintendo 64 like in the kiosk. It used to be fire. I don't know if they got rid of it, but they like always had one in there. But I remember like back in the day going in the stores and you see like a Nintendo 64 there and it's like it has like Smash Bros. Oh my gosh, I used to be so like enchanted by that game. That game used to enchant me. Dude, it just used to be like I was just so into it. It was just so awesome. Cause like the gameplay and everything was just so unique. It was just such a unique game. And the music and everything, it was just so like it was just pure art. It was just so good. It was really a masterpiece, honestly. I'm not gonna lie. I had that game like 8 times as a kid. Like I kept getting rid of it and having it or losing it or breaking it. So I used to get it a lot. My mom used to get, dude, my mom used to get me like so many GameCubes. Bro, I think I went through like 4 GameCubes. I think we went through like 3 Wii's. We went through like so many video games. Oh my gosh, I used to sell so much video games. My mom used to hate me in like junior high because I used to be so fucking broke that like I would want to play video games with my friends. Like I want to play like new video games with my friends. So I would finesse my family. So like I remember like I used to finesse like GameStop. I used to like um what they oh yeah. Because I didn't have money. I was probably like 12 years old. So like I would just take advantage of like the trade thing. So like I would just like trade my game in and then like you have like 30 days to like, whatever. I used to just like return, just play a bunch of different games. Treat it like a damn like library card. That's pretty much what I used to do at GameStop. I used to use my credit like a library card and just try to get as many games, like play through as many games as I can. Cause I used to want to play so many different games because I like to play everything, but like I never really had the chance to. So I used to get greedy. Like I remember, like I used to like when I would see my family just not want to play games because I didn't understand because I used to play games so much. When I didn't see them not play games, I thought they didn't want to play it. So I used to sell it and um and try to get new games. But I didn't realize that they were still trying to play because I'd never seen them play. It would be like years and shit. But yeah, I just didn't think about it. Yeah, because we weren't really good at communicating, so I used to just do things sometimes. Cause like, and sometimes my mom was like not approachable. Like, it was like trying to like, you know, it was like trying to bother like a female like predator type animal that is defending their kids. I can't think of the words to say it, so that's like yeah, because my vocabulary is like trash right now. But that's what I could think of. Cause like women are naturally just super protective of their kids, but yeah. I'm not even fries out right now. I don't know, like my words are just like jambling up, but yeah, but yeah. I used to like, but yeah, I used to play like so many games and yeah, like video games was just so awesome. It was a privilege. Like my mom, like pretty much like took care of us by herself. We had our stepdad, but like my mom, like she wore the pants. She's the businesswoman, so like she um took care of like all the financial stuff. So I often have like wasn't able to like get the things I wanted and stuff like that. So sometimes I used to steal a lot when I was young, man. I used to do that a lot because we didn't have shit. And I was like really I was super clever as a child. I was really fucking clever. So yeah, I used to get away with a lot of shit because I was just so damn clever for my age. I was too clever. I knew how to beat the system when when I was a child, like type shit. Like it was like weird. I'm not gonna lie, but yeah. But eventually, I realized that wasn't, you don't do those kind of things. Because when you're a child, you don't know anything. And then when no one's really telling you anything, you don't really realize what's right and what's wrong. You just do what you feel. That's why we have each other to communicate and to spread love and everything like that. But when you come from a family that doesn't communicate, it's hard to know what you're supposed to do and what you're not supposed to do. And then especially if they're like abusing you or hurting you or you guys aren't on the same wavelength, it's hard sometimes to connect to the point where you can agree on a certain thing. So that's why some people go down the wrong path sometimes because they just didn't really have the proper guidance. Because a lot of people are still trying to guide themselves, so it's hard for them to guide others. That's why having kids in this world, it's an amazing thing to have kids, but we need to take care of ourselves first before we start, doing things like that. I don't know where that came from because I'm talking about like fucking video games and stuff, but yeah, message. Hey. But yeah, man. I play a lot of video games. Oh my gosh, I used to be super nasty at Mario Kart, but like I used to play it like ridiculously. My favorite Mario Kart game is Mario Kart Double Dash. Oh my gosh, that game is fun. That game is fun. That game is so fun. I remember Mario Kart. Mario Kart is my favorite. I used to play so yo. I used to be yo Japan. Yo, I used to be so mad, bro. There's always be playing people in Japan on like Mario Kart DS. They used to be fast as shit. I'm like, how are they so fast? It's like they're glitching. How are they so fast? I was so like, how they're so fast, but they're like probably stronger now that I realize. Cause like when you're like for me like that's like goes back with like Dragon Ball like with the like analog thing because we're so weak. You know, they're pretty weak. Yeah.